Hello guys, now let's focus on an amazing concept in which, hello guys, now we'll start with a concept of OOPS concept. Now what exactly OOPS is, it stands for Object Oriented Programming Systems. Now in this, when we talk about OOPS concept, everything is focused on a concept called as object, which means if I do a task or accomplish a task, you require objects. That means in this real world, everything is object, right? Example: when you want to write something, you require a pen, and pen is an object. When you want to go somewhere, you require a vehicle, and vehicle is an object. If you want to call someone, you require a phone, and that phone is an object, right? So everything around us is an object. Earlier, we used to work with POP concept, which is procedure oriented programming, which means your main focus should be on procedures. But OOPS says everything should be object. That means if you want to do any task, you have to work with object. And when you talk about this object, you have to focus on this many concepts. So if you focus on this many concepts, that means you are focusing only on objects, right? Now, if you talk about all these concepts, the first concept is class. Now, what exactly class means? So just think about a phone. Let's talk about a phone which is iPhone. So if I ask you to imagine an iPhone, now you can imagine an iPhone, right? You have seen iPhone many times. So if you imagine iPhone, you will imagine there's a Apple logo, and then we have a screen, amazing screen, and then that you'll be having a button that will be with iPhone 5 as we have this touch. Uh, you can detect your fingerprint, right? So you can imagine iPhone. But when I say you want to call someone with that iPhone or you want to play a game on that iPhone, now you cannot imagine. Yeah, you require that object to do that task, right? So when you say you are talking about the concept or the way the phone should work or the way it should be developed, those are your classes. And the actual instance or the actual entity in your hand will be the object. So what is class? Class acts like a blueprint. So basically here class is a blueprint of the object. Okay, which means if you want to create an object, first you require a blueprint. And using that blueprint, you will ask your JVM to give you the object, and then you will get an object. Now, what exactly object means? Object is something like object knows something and object does something. And when you say object knows something, that means you can store data in object. And when you say object does something, it means if you want to achieve a task, object will do something, and it will do something with the help of methods. So object knows something with the help of variables and constants, and object does something with the help of methods. Okay, so basically we have to focus on this class and object concept first. And then once you got this concept of classes and object, then we can move towards this encapsulation, abstraction, data hiding, inheritance, and polymorphism. Okay, so let's focus on this class and object. We'll do some example on this, and then we'll move towards the concept of encapsulation. So for the next part of class and object, we'll see in the next tutorials.